It's Monday, so you know what that is. It's Motivation Monday! Woo! Let's do this, baby! Today I'm talking about negativity and how to manage and get rid of it for 2020. A lot of the negativity is already hitting some of you guys this new year. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jacob Billett. I'm the CEO of Billett Enterprises. Welcome back to my channel. Now, you will notice that the view is a little bit different. I'm actually driving my wife's new Ford Explorer, and yeah, I don't have a mount in this one. I tried to get the mount out of my Super Duty for the phone, the phone mount, and didn't work out this morning. So here we are. So anyways, we're talking about negativity, right? That's the topic for this Motivation Monday. And something I need to get out there, especially if you are an online creator. Say if you are on YouTube or Twitch or DLive or Dailymotion or Mixer, blah, 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 or if you're in business. So check it out. There are negative people out there. Online you call them trolls. When it comes to, the business, in the business realm, their friends and family and people that, don't believe in you, or they speak bad about you because, you're going against the grain, you're trying to do something different. And, a lot of people that I've noticed, the more podcasts that I'm on, especially on YouTube, the more consulting that I do, the more times that, entrepreneurs reach out or people that, are wanting to become, successful online creators reach out. A common thing that I typically see is that they just have a hard time coping with things like this. And, in my position that I've been in business, as well as an athlete, as a service member, I was in the Army for 8 years. I'm kind of used to it. You kind of get used to it. Like you kind of get used to doing things that are controversial or having controversial roles, and one of the biggest suggestions that I have, and I tell a lot of people this, if you're one of my, I believe I have 20 subscribers about around, I'm over 1,100 subscribers now, is don't really let people affect you that are not in the position in life that you want to be in. The majority of negative people online that troll, stuff like that, the majority are not in a good place in life. They're not. It's almost a lot of people that are really negative or trolling. It's kind of like asking for help. It's really like a cry for help. And that's what I tell a lot of these people. It's like, listen, man, I mean, if you've got a troll, or if you've got somebody who's really, really negative in life, first of all, assess who this person is. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be people that they're not going to be in the position that you want to be in life, right? Like they are not successful. Typically, successful people will not talk like that. They don't have the time to go out and do things like this. Or when you have a negative mindset, when everything's negative, it does something to your brain. Like there was a recent study that came out. I'll try to find it and link it in the description. But there's been a recent study that shows that if you're grateful, if you show grateful and humility, and you wake up every day and you feel like you're blessed and you're ready to get this going, you're thankful to be alive, you're thankful for the people in your life, it rewires your brain. It makes you a more successful person. It makes you a happier person. And again, the more successful somebody is, typically the happier and more generous, or the more they want to help other people out. Because being successful and living the life that you want to live is a very rewarding feeling. And a lot of people will never experience it in their life. They'll never follow their dreams. Like how miserable would it be if you never achieve anything in your life? Like think about that for a second. Some people go through life and they will never have an achievement. Besides graduating high school, which is really a requirement. I mean, it's not really like an achievement, it's an acquirement. Some people just, they never have that gratification. It's a big gaping hole in their life. And I mean, you have to think like, how depressing is that? And so instead of, putting themselves out there or going for something and achieving something, they want to see other people not achieve something so they're not alone. A lot of really negative people, a lot of troll kind of people, they're really, really, really lonely. They're really lonely, and it's sad. I entertain negative people a lot. I really do. I have a lot of negative people get a hold of me, either by trolling or trying to set me up on something, trying to disprove me or discredit me. And being on YouTube is not the first time that I've been exposed to this. This has happened ever since I was a kid, and especially when I got out of the military, and when I was going after like my first company that blew up in my face. I mean, my first company was an absolute failure. And I'd have people, blah, and stuff like that really sucks. Like, and people do that. People do that. So you have to understand that if you put yourself out there, this is going to happen to you. Like, you're going to get hit with this, But again, the reason why I entertain these kinds of people, because deep down, I have had some of the most negative people in my life, and actually some trolls already in my life. I've actually had them become friends of mine, like good friends of mine, and they've turned into really big supporters. It's crazy, and so that's why, like, deep down inside, like really, really deep down inside, a lot of these people, they want to be at that level, they just don't know how. And because of their life experiences, because of things that, they've gone through, that's the only way they really know how to do this. They don't know how to ask for help because of either past abuse or being written off and disregarded, and they just don't know how to do it. And so they want something more in life so bad, so bad, and that's them just reaching out. And so I typically entertain them. I really do. And again, and I'm thankful that I have this approach on it, because some of them have become really good friends of mine, and some of them, even though some of them have not become friends of mine, they've also been great marketing opportunities as well, and so you can capture and capitalize different ways based on negative people. Now, again, not all of them are like that, and you have to be able to have the time to do that, but don't. You have to get used to people having that negative mindset. You have to. And the more people that come out that are like that with you, and there's a difference. There really is a difference. Now, if you like think you're all that, if you think that, your crap don't stink and you've got everything figured out, and you're a master at everything, people are going to hate you. There's going to be a lot of hating on you. And that's one of the ways, because you conduct yourself in a way that's really easy to dislike. And I see that in business too. Matter of fact, some people think I'm like that when they only watch like certain like little clips of mine, or when I was an athlete, I was pretty good at what I did, and I was so focused on winning, or so focused on being the best I could be, that consumed me. That's all I cared about, because that's what I was getting paid to do, right? I was getting paid to do that. That was my job. And so I really wasn't big into the public. I wasn't really big into like self-marketing. And so it was really easy to say, oh, this guy only cares about himself. He's narcissistic, blah, 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 right? But unless you've been an athlete in your life, you don't really understand it. Especially, the older that you get and the more competitive that things are, I've got to keep up with these 21, 22-year-old kids too, so there's a lot of dedication that comes into that. So yeah, if you have that kind of mentality or that kind of approach on things, you're really abrasive, you're going to get a lot more than normal. And that's really not their fault. If everybody in the world has a problem but you, it seems like, if everybody in the world is messed up but you, I mean, just logically, it's not the world, it's you. That's kind of how that works. Now, if you have a fair amount, a fair percentage that's within the negative balance percentage of interactions in your life, then that's because you're doing something good. When you're really good at something, you're just going to attract some of the people that aren't where they want to be. And again, don't let that affect you. Really, don't let that affect you. Especially if it's coming from somebody who lives a life that you want nothing of. I mean, most of these people, they just have really bad lives, and it's nobody's fault but them. It isn't. I mean, it's nobody else's fault. You are in charge of your life. You are in charge of your destiny. So that's my 10 minutes. So that's my thoughts on negativity and how to deal with that. And hopefully it may have made you look at people that have this mentality differently. And again, some of them you can convert. Some of these people you can actually touch and give a better life. And again, I mean, that's really what life is all about. It's about leaving a legacy. It's about making the world a better place when you leave. To let this, to make this world just that much better, because a lot of people struggle. A lot of people have a hard time. A lot of people, they just, and they need guidance. They need help. They need inspiration. Some people don't want to get out of bed. Some people, they wake up and they're miserable, just absolutely miserable. It's sad, so again, don't let it affect you, especially with this new year. Don't let it get to you. Really, don't let it get to you. Now, if there's, and again, you also have to be open to constructive criticism too. I mean, that's not somebody trolling you that's coming in and offering something or offering an opinion that you may not agree with. That's not trolling at all. And as a business person or entrepreneur or a personality, you need to be open to constructive criticism. You really do. It's going to make you a better person. So anyways, my name's Jacob Billett, CEO of Billett Enterprises. Sorry about the camera angle. It's all kind of bad. I'm gonna have to buy a new bracket for this SUV. So anyways, guys, have a great Monday. I will see you all later for Power Networking. Peace.